Today we'll be making a beat in the style of Conway the Machine, aka Demand Price, and then we'll rap over it. Conway is a 38-year-old rapper from Buffalo, New York, and his brother founded Griselda Records in 2014. In 2017, they signed a deal with Shady Records. Conway grew a following by releasing multiple free mixtapes online, taking a similar approach to 50 Cent prior to Eminem signing him back in 2002. On his mixtapes, Conway worked with artists and producers like Busta Rhymes, Pete Rock, Static Selecta, and The Alchemist. I guess I should also mention that back in 2012, Conway was leaving a club and got shot in the back of the head and neck, which ended up paralyzing the right half of his face. This incident could have easily ended his career, and it's inspiring to see the sheer amount of determination and persistence he must have had to overcome that situation and succeed in spite of it. Anyway, I was listening to Conway's most recent album entitled From King to a God, which was released in September of 2020, and it got me in the mood to make a gritty boom bap style beat. Let's get into the cook-up. I pulled up the session strings in Contact, and I'm going to lay down some tense sounding chords in the key of G minor. Here's what the chords sound like. I applied some effects. First I added the detuned space preset in Effect Rack. Next I added this VHS effect to give the strings a more vintage sampled sound. And lastly I added an EQ to cut the lows and highs. Here's what our strings sound like now. I opened up some soft piano keys in Keyscape, and I basically just strummed extended versions of the chords we already played with the strings. I added some EQ, and I also added the Starlight Effect Rack preset. Here's what our keys sound like now. I have two different one-shot bass samples. First I have this bass, and I also have this bass. And I combined them both to lay down this bass melody. I made this simple boom bap kick snare pattern. To give the drums a bit more bounce, I turned up the swing knob on the channel rack. I added this shaker with a 1/4 delay. I laid down an open hat. I opened up this Electra X ARP preset and I made this counter melody for a later part in the track. Here's what all the drums and bass sound like together. Alright, now it's time to write some lyrics. Basically, my approach to this is just to ride the beat, have fun, and try to throw in some interesting bars here and there. And that's pretty much it. I just want to show how somebody might approach rapping over this type of beat. I'll be putting this beat up on my second YouTube channel, as well as my BeatStars page. With all of that out of the way, let's see what we've come up with.
Just sit alone while you bitch and moan. Feeling sick without no established condition known. Me and you are not kindred, we live in different zones. I was pitching rocks on the block while you probably skipping stones. I've been envisioning getting riches. Cut my wrists and then carve an image of 666. Fuck the miserable critics, cynics, and hypocrites. Just read the comments, you kinda look like some little bitches. Yo bitch is sending me nudes stripping. That's a match like mega hats and some boot licking. New Simpson 80 proof sipping, booth hitting. Motherfucker came with the womb tripping. I'm too different.